Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live live watch along. Sorry, show on Football Talk podcast. My name is Ozzie, and I'm your host for this evening. The game is set to begin. I see the players walking onto the pitch. So what we'll do in the meantime, we will go through the lineups, see who is starting today for both teams, and we'll watch the game together. And I see there's a few comments there, which I'll bring up very shortly as well. So let's start with the home team, which is Marseille. Um, Let's start with the Marseille lineup. So you've got Rulli in goal, you've got Murillo, Pavard is playing, which is interesting. Baladi and Medina. So they're going with a back four today, and they're playing with a midfield four as well in Traore on the left, Timothy on the right, Hoiberg and Kondogbia. So Kondogbia will probably bring a physical presence in that midfield. And then you've got Guri and you've got Greenwood up top as a double strike force there. So that'll be interesting in terms of their tactics for this game. Now, in terms of Liverpool, we've got Allison in goal, we've got Kirkes, Van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and Frimpong. And in midfield, we've got McAllister, Gravenberch, Soboslai, and Salah makes his long awaited return after his participation at AFCON. So he starts on the right hand side, Florian Wirtz on the left, and Ekitike through the middle. So another strong lineup there. No Gakpo, which is a bit of a surprise considering it's an Arnold Slot team. But nonetheless, I think we've gone really strong here. Best players available are starting today. So let's see how the team does. Now, in terms of score predictions, I went for a narrow Liverpool win, and I'm expecting us to win 2-1 today. It's not going to be easy. This is a very different atmosphere. It could be hostile at times. So, Liverpool have to be on top of their game in order to get anything from this fixture. But I'm expecting us to nick the win today. And I think we've already technically qualified for the next round, but we would definitely have secured it in flying colours if we get the win today. Um, so yeah, let's have a look at the bench as well, see what options we have for today. We've got Endo, Chiesa, Curtis Jones, Gakpo, Mamadashvili, Robertson, Woodman, Nioni, and Rio and Gomez. So a strong bench as well. So plenty of players available if required in the latter stage of the game. So yeah, hoping it should be a good fixture. I've got some decent players on show today from the opponent's point of view. So yeah, should be a good match, and hopefully we're witnessing some goals and not just a bit of a ball fest, which has been the case quite a bit in recent weeks. So hopefully we can watch some exciting football today. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm praying for. So let's hope that happens. Now, before we present the scoreboard, let's read some of the comments here from Ozzie. It says, "Yo, Ozzie, Mohamed Salah is back straight into the starting 11. What a strong team, or strong 11, I should say. As well, I think we will win this. But still needs to get the tactics, subs, and game management correct." I agree. The lineup is very strong, probably our best lineup available, to be honest with you. And he's gone for more informed players, which is a good sign. So yeah, hopefully, we can change the tune and play with a better tempo and press from the front, play with more energy, more intensity. Hopefully, we can score some goals and get the win today. That's the most important thing. So yeah, hopefully we watch a good game today. Let me bring the scoreboard up before the match begins. There we go. Others ask, why is Marseille flexing a giant Japanese anime samurai tifo? I have no idea. There must be some sort of connection, but I have no idea where that connection has come from. Marseille is set to take kickoff. Very loud and electric atmosphere. Or Marseille almost created an opening there. Didn't Marseille win a Champions League back in the day? They may have done in the 90s, but I'm not. Let's do a quick search. 'Cause I know Monaco won it quite a long time ago. Yeah, they won it in 1993. Okay, yeah, Marseille. Yeah, spot on. I thought Monaco were in the final, weren't they? Yeah, but they didn't win it. So yeah, you're right. It is Marseille. One of the few League One clubs who have. Yeah, so I think they were the last team to win it before PSG won it last season. So they've been, Monaco have been in the final, but they didn't win it. I don't believe. I think they lost to Porto, if my memory is correct there. So yeah, Marseille have always had really good talented players over the years. And I remember they had a few ballers as well. I'm just going to have a look at the lineup now. And Abedi Pele, who is a legend in Ghana, he was one of their star players. But they also had the likes of Fabio Barthez, who we all know, a former United keeper. Marcel Desailly was there. Deschamps was there. Rudy Voller was there. So they had some ballers in their team. So yeah, they were the team that beat AC Milan in the final, and AC Milan weren't too shabby either. They had Van Basten, Donadoni, Rijkaard, Albertini, Maldini, Perezzi, Costa Curta. They had some ballers in their team as well. So Jean-Pierre Papin, he was a substitute in that fixture for AC Milan. Carlo Cudicini. Yeah, so some decent players in those days. Ozzy, which league is stronger for you? League One or League Nos in Portugal? I'll have to say League One. I know a lot of people might disagree with that. I would say League One because I feel like it gets that reputation of being a farmers league, right? I don't think it is a farmers league personally. Um, it's just that they have a powerhouse team like a PSG, and generally when you get a team that are, you know, all of a sudden playing great football or they've got a great team, like the Leons and the Marseilles have over the years, then unfortunately the best players get bought and they have to reset altogether and it takes longer for them to challenge for that title again. But I think generally I believe the French league is more physical in comparison to the Portuguese league. I'm not saying that's the defining factor there, but it's played at a more physical, bit more of a intense speed, in my opinion. I believe the French have a lot of talented players there, players that are from France, but they've also got players all over the world, including Africa. You know, that's the platform where a lot of African players are given an opportunity to play. So I feel like the quality of the league is underrated, and it's a league where teams like Liverpool and other big teams in England have recruited, and those players have been very successful in the Premier League. So I feel like when you sign players from League On, they are more well equipped to handle the expectations of playing in the Premier League. Whereas if we were to speak in recent history, signings that have been made from the Portuguese league haven't done well, bar probably Luis Diaz, in my opinion. You know, we signed Darwin Nunes. Arsenal just signed Victor Gyökeres. You know, I wouldn't quite, and Chelsea signed João Felix. I wouldn't say they were a success story, were they? So that's as I guess, a small comparison there. But I would probably say Liga is the stronger league out of the two. To be fair, Philip said, "Big up, Ozzy. Big up, Philip. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in." And Ozzy said, "I think Liga has better teams, but League Nos is deeper. Maybe. I think League R has the better players. Personally, I really do. That's why you see the French team so stacked in their squad because all of those players, of course, move on to play in the big leagues like the English league, the Italian league, and the Spanish league. But they've all come through the ranks of their French teams, and I feel like with the young French players coming through, they're given an opportunity to play, and that's why they're able to excel at a quicker rate, in my opinion. You know, players that have been bought from the Portuguese, I don't feel like they've excelled right away from a Premier League standpoint. So for me, no. I would say Ligue 1 is the stronger league. That would be my personal choice, to be fair. I was gonna say what I would pay to see Joe finally score his debut goal for the club. You almost got that moment right now. Unfortunately, just couldn't hit the ball towards the target. But yeah, I really want Joe Gomez to score a goal. In terms of his future at the club, I believe he's got one more year after the season. And so who knows, how much time he has left at the club. But I really hope he does break his duck and scores his first professional goal for Liverpool before he goes on to any other league, to be fair, or any other team, I should say. Philip says, I agree, there's more competition in League Nos. Possibly, but I'm thinking more from maybe I'm thinking more of a sort of a individual point of view where I feel like there are better players in Liga in comparison. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm sure everyone has theirs, but I would probably say uh Liga has the more talented players, in my opinion. I think the Portuguese league is played in a more attacking manner. It's more entertaining to watch, possibly. Greenwood is on the ball right now. Well, Marseille on the attack. Clearance there from Van Dijk. Liverpool playing a 4-2-4 as it stands in terms of the shape, trying to push the Marseille defense as further back as possible. But we need to press as well. We can't just be there from a positional standpoint. We need to press the opponents, hunt them down, try and get the ball quicker, or try and make them make mistakes with their passing. Ozzie says Kirk needs to stay disciplined. Yeah, I'm sure he will. All players there from Gravenberch. Traore trying to find who's that in the box. Is that Pavard, I think. Very unlucky there, to be fair. Ping pong. Nice turn from Szoboszlai to Vats. Vats unable to find Szoboszlai there. Joe Gomez. Well, this is Allison Grain 6. Yeah, he had to make that save because there was a player on the right hand side who would have scored that goal if he didn't claim it at the time. Header from Joe Gomez. So it was like helps out Vets in the middle of the park. Good turn from Gravenberch, but lose the ball to Traore. Other says Slot yelling what it looks like to press more aggressively. Yeah, we do need to press more aggressively, to be fair. Kind of just letting them have the ball, especially the centre backs, which I don't think is a wise choice. But as long as they can stop any attacks coming through, that's the main thing. But right now, we're not really playing with any intensity, which is a bit of a concern. Good tackle there from Frimpong. Nice layoff there from Salah to Ekitike. Foul from Kondogbia on Ekitike. Free kick to the Reds. Like to Perkez. Nice there from Ekitike to Groundback. Szoboszlai. Salah. Alistair. Take a TK. Alistair. Unable to bring the ball down. Difficult pass from Ekitike. But Marseille on the counter through Traore, who looks electric today, to be fair. Sending from Verts. Baladi almost giving the ball away there. Verts takes the ball, drives with it, tries to find Ekitike. Verts to Salah. Salah to Ping Pong. Ping Pong the cross. Ekitike heads it towards the was line. Headed away by Medina. Perkez. Dangerous ball there in the end. Surprising save there from the keeper, really. Looked a bit nervous in that moment. It wasn't a decent cross, but it wasn't that troubling in my opinion. But hey, it benefits us. We get a corner kick. Hopefully we can capitalize now. Mohamed Salah waiting to take the corner kick, but the ref put the game on hold to have some words with Medina and Joe Gomez. Salah with the corner kick. Punched away by Rulli, but not very convincingly, to be fair. Bring forward the header to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Ekitike. Ekitike is on that left channel now. What can he do? Good run there from Ekitike. Decent cross. Salah. Oh, a lot of pace on that ball. Salah did well to control it. Scott coming here from Ozzie saying, Ozzie, this Marseille squad doesn't look to be very tall. We need to capitalize on these corners. Um, yeah, I guess to an extent. I mean, the tallest player in the team is probably Balerdi and Kondogbia. But the rest of them seem to be average height. But yeah, we just got to make sure we take advantage, right? McAllister, oof, just misses the target there, dragged it wide there. So look, yeah, unlucky there to be fair. Everyone's on it today, isn't he? He's coming out of position, finding himself as the most advanced player for the Marseille team. Nice ball there from Casa towards Salah, but just slightly too much on it in the end. Ozzy, do you remember that power goal in the World Cup? Yeah, it's the one from long distance, right, where he smashed it from like, I think like 40 yards. Yeah, I do remember 2018. I think it might have been 2000. I'm not entirely sure, but yes, I do remember the goal. It was a spectacular finish from the French defender. Yeah, it was 2018 against Argentina. That's the one. It was like the cross. Oh, great finish. Great finish from Ekitike. That celebration as well. That was kind of cool. That's good. That's what we wanted, to be fair. He needed that early goal to quieten the crowd. No, it looks offside. That's not going to count. It's a nice finish, though, because the keeper's probably expecting him to go with his right foot, but went for the unorthodox left-footed finish there. Ah, as mentioned by Ozan, yeah, offside, unfortunately. I did that fancy celebration for nothing. I did it as well, so I look like a right old mug. But hopefully they can run it back, score again. Hopefully, clearance from Joe Gomez. Yeah, that's right, Philip. It's been ruled out for offside, unfortunately, and the right call. He was quite an obvious one in the end. been an even game. I would say Liverpool probably been the more sort of progressive team out of the two, but it's not been too much in it, to be fair. The only difference is that Liverpool had that shot with McAllister that was a good opportunity to take the lead. Of course, we hit the back of the net a few minutes ago, but Ekitike was in an offside position. So that might be the theme of the game, but we just need to make sure we produce the defining moments and get that goal, get a few goals over the line and bridge a gap between the two teams. So hopefully, Liverpool can continue their attacking form. Hopefully, we can get the opening goal very soon before halftime, ideally. Because I feel like the longer we leave it, the more difficult it get. I think the crowd will be up for even more, and I think it will just spur the Marseille players even further. So I think Liverpool need to get that early goal or the goal within the first half to quieten the crowd, in my opinion. Free kick for Marseille. Oh, what a save there from Ali. Really, really a fantastic shot there. Decent save there from Alisson as well. All that the comment says, last season, Ozzie, Micah buries that. Yeah, he probably would have, to be fair. Why do you think he's been so completely off this season? It could be a mixture of things, to be honest with you. I know he suffered an injury just before the end of last season and he was out for some time. And then even when he was playing in preseason, it just didn't look like he was fully fit. So maybe we rushed him to recover from his injury. I'm not too sure. Like he doesn't look like he's playing with that same energy or that same intensity. So whether that is an issue with fatigue or not fully recovering from an injury, I can't really put a label on it. All I know is being a shadow of himself this season, and it just could be simply where he's peaked early and he might be on a downward spiral. I don't know. Hopefully not, but so was like trying to find a Katike in that counter attack, but Kondogbia makes a crucial block there for Marseille. Of course, some people say the departures of Luis Diaz and Nunes may have you know affected his sort of performance. I don't think it has personally. I think it's all good when you lose your best mates to transfers and stuff like that, but I don't think that plays a role in terms of how you apply yourself. He just looks like he's not fully fit to me. He's played better in recent weeks, but in general terms, I don't think he's been fully fit all season. And unfortunately, it's hampered his impact for us. And I do question his selection at times as well this season. But as long as he can continue to play at a certain level, he might be able to rediscover that form that he's shown over the last couple of years. So let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, he's offside. Yeah, he is. One of the most entertaining games. Team Ferreira, direct with Van Dijk, but Van Dijk was big and strong there, made the crucial block. But corner kick for Marseille. Marseille have been knocking on the door. They're definitely looking for a response or an answer and potentially take the lead. So we got to make sure we're on top of our game. We need to try and capitalize and take the lead ourselves. Goal kick there for the Reds. Is it just me, or am I the only one that starts yawning whilst watching Liverpool? I just don't find the team as entertaining as previous years. I really don't. Maybe I'm tired from work. I don't know, but I always feel like these games are not exciting to watch. But hey, it might just be my my viewpoint. To be fair, Salah on the ball right now. Tries for Ekitike. Ekitike. Oh, the first touch didn't get a clean touch on in the end. Oh, then saying slot ball, Ozzie. Yeah, I was praising slot ball last season, but yeah, I regret it now. To be fair, but this season slot ball, it's been a ball fest. As simply as I can put it. To be fair. That's so it's like just couldn't find that final ball to give Ekatike that chance on goal. Salah gets the ball. Oh, tries to thread it to Verts. Ekatike. We just can't find that final pass, can we? $36 played. Still 0-0. Oh, mistake there for Medina, but Marseille still have the ball. So was like to ping pong. Gomez to Szoboszlai. Salah to Szoboszlai. Knocks it down to Groundberg. Verts. Oh, anyway to grab the ball there. Ozzie in the comment says, Ozzy, this is like watching a Bugatti being driven at 45 miles per hour down the highway. It's meant to be driven fast. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, to be fair. What's the point of buying a supercar when you can't go at full speed or close enough, right? That's what it feels like to me. And we've got talented players. We've got Rolls Royce players in our team. We've got Ferraris, Lambos in our team. But yeah, we're not moving like that. So I don't know. Some fans seem to be all content with this. I'm not. I struggle to watch Liverpool games now. Honestly, if it wasn't for a live chat, I kid you not, I probably would have fallen asleep by now. And knowing that I'm doing a live stream, I have to stay awake. But if this was just me watching the match on my own, I'd probably be asleep by now. To be fair. Oh, Højbjerg, terrible pass there. To be fair, should have been aware that the player was in his sort of viewpoint there. Ping pong keeps it in play. Kenny whipping a great cross. He's got five players in the box. To Salah. Oh, so close. So close there. Good counter attack there. Philip says Salah's looking slightly better than before he went to the AFCON, but it's only his first game since he's been back though. Yeah, he looks sharp, to be fair. He does look sharper. Maybe some time in the sun has helped him re-energize, which I'm sure would be the case for a lot of us if we were able to go to a hot country right now. But no, he looks sharper. He does. To be fair, I think we have missed him. Gives us a more of a direct presence in the front line. So hopefully he can be the difference maker today. I was gonna say you've been caught several times during the Premier League games, though. Yeah, I have. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Man like Florence Cinema Pungo in the crowd right now. Lovely pass from Van Dijk. Oh, just slightly too much on it. But that ball was brilliant. We're gonna have to do those type of passes, long balls over the top, because we need to be a bit unpredictable. We're just being too simple, no real sort of fluidity in our play. We're quite static from a position point of view. Players aren't really interchanging as much. We're not pressing higher up in the pitch. So I think we're playing to Marseille's speed, which is not what you want. But of course, with them being a home team, it naturally happens. But I feel like we need to do better. We need to try and set the tempo ourselves and play to our level, to our speed that we're capable of doing. But yeah, it's not been an exciting watch, to be fair. Ozan says, for me, we should be 1-0 up at least. I agree. I think that McAllister shot should have been a goal. Ekitike, maybe could have held his run a bit better there, but I think the McAllister one was the chance where we should have scored. Headed clearance there from Joe Gomez. But not clearing it very convincingly, unfortunately. Ping pong. Nice pass from Verts to Ping Pong. Ping Pong running down the wing. Oh, he's pushed, but he still goes. Still going on. Tries to cross it to Ekatike. Oh, Kirkes screaming for handball there. I'm sure VAR will review that. A play goes on. Frimpong did really well to bomb down that left hand side. Never gave up. Groundback fouled there. Let's see if there was a handball shot there. I'm not sure if they're going to show us a replay. Yeah, a bit of a clumsy tackle there from Baladi. Baladi looks decent to me. I'm not really familiar with him too much, but he looks a decent player. I, oh, VAR are checking that handball. I didn't really see the replay there. Have a look. I feel like his shoulder. I don't know. That's not a great angle. I like him here. So I don't think that was a handball there. Oh, that's saying your client has been sharp at least. So yeah, he's looked sharp to be fair. Has been slightly wasteful with possession of the ball, but yeah, he has looked sharp. I feel like there's a lot more to come from him, to be honest. I think this would be a good distance for Salah to take. Left footed shot towards the left side of the goal. Well, the keeper's left, our right hand side. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, it's 1 minute, sorry, of stoppage time. Liverpool have a free kick. Taken by Szoboszlai. Oh, what a finish. What a cheeky finish there from Szoboszlai. I think he hit that under the wall, so I need to see that replay. Fantastic finish there from Sobo. And perfect timing to grab the goal just before half time as well. Sobo did them dirty. Oh, look, if you've got that talent, got to showcase it, right? It was under the wall. What a... Oh, yeah, it was under the ball. Fantastic. That's smart. That's his intelligence right there. Yeah, underneath Beledi and Kondogbi are there. Great finish. Smart finish there from Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's seventh goal this season. 4 goals in 7 games in the Champions League. Fantastic. They didn't do that man lying down to stop the touch. Yeah, maybe that's just an English thing. I don't know if a lot of teams do that, but yeah, they needed that lying man on the floor, didn't they? And that is halftime whistle. Marseille nil, Liverpool 1. I'm not sure why my scoreboard is not updating. Let me refresh that, please. Yeah, my scoreboard might be a Marseille fan. Let's be honest. There we go. 1-0 to the Reds. yeah, not the most entertaining of halves, to be honest with you. But in the end, Liverpool got the crucial and defining moment by grabbing a late goal just before the halftime whistle. So yeah, it's a great way to end the first half. So with that said, I will take a short break, and when we return, we will watch the rest of the second half, and hopefully we'll be able to encounter some more goals in this fixture. So feel free to grab yourself a snack or a drink, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly. See you guys in a bit. Hello, guys. We're back for the second half of Marseille versus Liverpool. As I can see on the pitch, no changes for Liverpool as it stands. So, as we were from the first half, Philip the comment says, hopefully, I got the prediction wrong. As I said, it would be 2-2, but of course, I want to win for us. Yeah, I agree. I'd like us to win as well. I went for a 2-1 victory today. So, let's see if that happens. But right now, looks like Liverpool have been the better team. They've been more in control. But this Marseille team are more than capable of creating chances. So we just have to make sure that we don't become complacent. We continue to keep possession of the ball, but also play with a bit of tempo, a bit more speed, and not just rest on our laurels of being 1-0 up, because recent fixtures will tell you that hasn't worked well for us. So we got to play on the front foot and play to our instincts, which is, of course, playing in more of an attacking manner. Traore has the ball right now. Dogbia, Guri, Hoiberg with the shot. Ah, boo. Terrible shot there from Danish midfielder. When that taking a goal kick. XT kick. Oh, I thought he kept in play, but he doesn't. Throw in to the Reds. Oh, what was that? How are you gonna just push Kirkers like that? What an idiot. That was just so unnecessary, wasn't it? I was saying, what was that push? I don't know what he was trying to do. So it wasn't clear whose throwing it was, because the way Ekitike left it, I assumed maybe a Marseille player got a touch. So that's what everyone else thought as well. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, that's great play there from Ekitike. But should have gone with his right foot there. Took way too long to shoot there. Didn't need to go with left foot there at all. Hoiberg to Medina. Excuse me. Perkez with the clearance there. Liverpool playing a back six at the minute. Honestly. Proper away performance in the Champions League today, isn't it? The way we're playing. Ping pong as well. Put pressure on Traore. Allison claims the ball there. Allison with the ball right now. Joe Gomez to Salah. Salah unable to flick it back to Szoboszlai in the central area. Also, the concept, Ozzy, your client is really skilled, but if there's one thing I see that it can be improved, it's his first touch. I think his first touch is normally quite good, to be fair. One thing I would sort of critique in terms of his attacking play, I do feel like there's times where he takes too long to take a shot. Maybe because he's more of a creator, it's in his sort of state of mind that that's why it delays that process. But I feel like when you're in that goal scoring opportunity, you've got to use your instinct and try and go for goal. So it's just similar to that moment there. He should have gone with his right foot, but I feel like he was thinking too much in terms of what to do there. So needs to go with more instinct, in my opinion. But oh, Greenwood almost equalizing for Marseille. Right foot shot. Good save by Allison there. Comfortable save for Ali, but still had to be done there. Oh, Guri with the corner kick. Cleared away by Liverpool. Salah trying to nick the ball from the front. Who's that? Where with a shot, I think it hit Traore that was on the ground. Allison hits it first time. Salah is through on goal. Was he fouled? I feel like he was held back there. Greenwood, not sure what that pass was. Looked like a clearance more than anything else. Obviously, we cannot let this Greenwood score anyone but him. I agree. I would not be happy. That's a foul. That's a foul on Salah. Salah should go free kick there. Marseille finding a bit of rhythm right now. Play with a bit of confidence. Sobozlai clears it to Salah. Salah to Ekatike. Ekatike to Ping Pong. Matroy does the goes in with a great block there. Guri, good tackle there from ground, but no, that was clean. Not a foul at all. Sobozlai missed a clearance, but couldn't find the red shirt. Medina. Balerdi. Good tackle there from Gravenberch. Salah. Oh, Baladi did enough there to push Salah out the way or obstructing more than anything else. Kerkez with the cross blocked there for a Liverpool corner. What was I saying? Salah keeps getting hacked, but no call, Ozzie. Yeah, it looks like the referee isn't seeing the fouls being committed on Salah. Very strange. Suppose live this with the corner kick right now. Cleared away by Marseille. Alistair. Has to try and find Katike, but not enough pace on that final ball there. Joe Gomez does enough to block Greenwood's path there. Alistair to Ping Pong. Decent control there from Ping Pong. Alistair. Nice pass to Salah. Salah should have gone for goal there. Shot from distance. That pass wasn't really on, to be fair. Medina. Going back, hits it back to the keeper. I was gonna say it's almost like you have to flop in order to get a call. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it is. Maybe it's just European officiating. I'm not even too sure. Maybe you go 40 grand to get a free kick nowadays. I don't know. If you stand your ground, you never go. But yeah, it looks like it. Could be the case. So listen, I want a clean sheet, but if Marseille do score, I definitely don't want Greenwood to score. I agree with you. I think, as I mentioned that earlier on, I co-signed that he cannot score. XTK. Oh, is it the post? Great pass here from Szoboszlai to TK. Smashed it first time. Fortunately, hit the outside of the post. Pallister, poor touch. Honestly, what was that, Pallister? Terrible touch. Marseille on the counter. Traore. Oh, he should have done better there. He should have hit the target there, most definitely. McAllister, one awful first touch and gave the ball away so easily there. Had he get touched to that? He didn't, but very, very close there from both teams. Or poor ball there from Szoboszlai. Yeah, I was gonna say Ozzie was ready to celebrate. I was. I thought that was the moment there. And being in that position, I'm thinking TK has to bury it. Maybe too much power in the end from the French striker. An hour played. Still 1-0 to the Reds. Is it time to make some substitutions? I would say so, but I don't think Arnold Slot will too. I think he'll wait until the 70th, 75th minute and then make some changes from there onwards. Medina, McAllister playing in the number 6 role right now with Groundbeck and that's ahead of him, but now it's more of a suppose like dropping in the defense line right now. Honestly, as I said, to keep it real, we should be paying these lot. We should be freeing up. Yeah, we should be on the front foot, but we're just I don't know. It's just very cautious play, cautious tactics. And I'm not for it, to be fair. Not the kind of brand of football I want to see my team playing. To be fair, Gravenberg on the ball. Touch from TK. Kerkez driving the ball, finds Florian Wirtz. Oh, he should have scored. Great play from Kerkez and Wirtz on the left hand side, but yeah. Oh, it's a save. It's a save. Should be a corner kick. Yo Gomez is going up for the corner. Is this the moment where he breaks his deadlock? Wirtz, man. You've just denied Ozzie that UCL bonus share. He really has, honestly. Suppose like corner kick. Ah, overplayed it. Ah, so unlucky. So unlucky. I was unlucky, to be fair. Uh-oh. They're bringing on Paschal and Aubameyang. Just not a good look for Liverpool because these two are lethal. Good strength there from Kerkez. Lovely touch there from Wirtz to Ekatike. Ekatike to Wirtz. Wirtz driving the ball. Trying to find Frimpong. But ah, in the end, not the best of crosses there from Wirtz and poor touch from Frimpong as well, to be honest. Wirtz to McAllister. Back to McAllister. McAllister to Ekatike. Ekatike shoot. Oh, over the bar there. Let's have a look from this angle. Did the keeper get a touch? I think the keeper gets a touch. Yeah, keeper gets a touch on that one. That should be in a corner kick. Uh-oh. Hey, way up. Almost got the equalizer there, but hit the side netting. Bro, Hugo man, been waiting for tonight, Ozzy. Yeah, it's not I think the one that hit the post, I think he was a bit unlucky to be fair. I think he did everything right, just like too much power. The recent shot, yeah, just maybe should have gone across goal rather than hitting it with too much power. So that's something that he needs to improve on. It's in terms of his shooting selection, when to hit it with power, when to curl it towards the bottom corner, or when to place it as well. Those are things that he'll learn with more experience. Van Dijk was crucial, a crucial block. Yeah. Marseille set to make some substitutions now. It's a triple substitution. You've got Pashao, Aubameyang, and Nader, I think, coming on. So you got Guri, Traore, and Dogbia coming off. So it's all like for like. Aubameyang replacing Guri, Pashao replacing Traore, and Nader replacing Kondogbia in the middle of the park. The Sixers are hitting us again, Ozzy. We can't put away teams. We can't put any team away, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, you're right. And it's always when we take the lead, we just don't seem to kill teams off like we don't want to do. We're allergic to doing that. It's really bizarre. Look at this. Aubameyang with the first touch already, but Joe Gomez does really well to make that block, and Allison keeps it in play as well. Manon McAllister almost gave the ball away there again. Newcastle flying right now, 3-0 up against PSV. Szoboszlai to Ekitike. Ekitike to ping pong. Oh, it's not good. See what he's trying to do there? Yeah, not good enough, unfortunately. Ping pong up against Pashao. Good tackle from Salah. Verts to Kirkez. Gravenberch driving the ball to Szoboszlai. Back to Gravenberch. There we go. Gravenberch to Ekitike. Ekitike. The cross to Salah. Oh, how did he miss it? He's offside, but the idea was good from Ekitike. Salah not completely confident with that header. Yeah, he's offside. He's offside. I said, bro, hold your on a little bit longer, not need to be offside. I agree that in that moment he didn't really need to have the extra edge on the defender. You know, it was a cross. FTK showed too much there in that dribble, but still has the ball to Verts. Verts, great piece of skill to TK. McAllister, go on, McAllister. Oh, come on. To Fring Pong, just killed the momentum of that pass, honestly. Fring Pong, great speed there. And he scores. We'll take it. Why not? Find yourself in those kind of advanced positions, go make it work. It should be his goal because I think he was going on target. So let's see. Look at that, Fring Pong. Electric pace there. Look at that. Oh no, it's Medina. It's an on goal. Yeah, it's an on goal because he was trying to cross it in. I hit the goalkeeper. Well played to Fring Pong. You got to be in those positions to get yourself, in a shot there. And look, sometimes you need a bit of luck. You need that bit of, unexpected moments in the box, and that's what happened there. So we'll take it all day long. Ping pong by the deflection. Ain't no way that's an OG. I think it'll be given as an OG personally. But I can't see who's ever awarded it yet. But my assumption would be that it's given as an OG. Because the cross wasn't on target, or he wasn't going towards goal anyway. So he was trying to find the player. So I don't think it'll be given for ping pong. No, it's given as a really on goal, which is understandable. To be fair, ah, not enough pace on that layoff from XTK. Reverts to Salah. Joe Gomez to Sobozlai. Callister. I'm back to Verts. Good play from Ping Pong. Oh, come on. He's brought to ground there. Free kick. What? Free kick to Murillo. How can he foul Murillo? Um, Someone says, G, big up yourself. Thank you for your comment. Honestly, man can't even claim a UCL goal. I really think Funk as a right wing back, Ozzie, not an out and out right back, but right wing back, he's straight fire. I hear what you're saying, but I feel like with Frimpong, and it's something that I've assessed in terms of his performances for Liverpool, but as well as the Netherlands and by Leverkusen, he plays the same way. Whether it's right back, right wing back, right midfield, right wing, it's the same approach for him. Of course, being at right back, he has to defend a little bit more, but it's the same for him. It's the same approach, same way of playing. So um, I don't mind him at right back personally. I think he does a decent job. Defending, he's decent. I wouldn't say he's better than Conor Bradley for. I think Conor Bradley is the better defender, especially in one-on-one duels. But from an attacking point of view, with that kind of instinct, I feel like he gives us the creativity from the flanks that we need, and he definitely helps, stretch the opponent because of his runs on the byline. So yeah, I think he's done well for us whenever called upon. Is he the long-term answer for right back? I don't know. I would probably say we'll go for a different profile in the near future. But for me, he can still do a job regardless. So yeah, good player to have in the squad. Oh, it's TK. Oh, Godfrey Pong. Come on. Don't get all annoyed or angry. The ball literally came to your feet. Got to stay focused. If you away with a shot, dragged it wide again. uh, Honestly, he can't be as physical as Bradley due to his size, Ozzy. Well, you don't have to be tall to be physical. There are short players, in history that, might not have the height, but still were able to, present themselves in physical battles. I don't know how to, but like someone like Ashley Cole, for example, he wasn't tallest, but he could definitely handle himself in a left back position. So I don't see, I don't really look at size and thinking, he can't handle himself. I just feel like Bradley is probably be the better defender in terms of reading the game, in terms of knowing when to move and when to tackle in one-on-one duels. So that's the difference for me. So size is not really the factor there. And there may be moments in games where Frimpong is actually stronger in one-on-one duels because of his speed. When you're making recovery sort of tackles as well. He's running from behind to tackle players. So in that moment, he can literally shoulder bar someone and get the ball off them. So depends from a position point of view. But I think Conor Bradley is a stronger defender altogether, and that's not just because of size. I just think he has better skill sets in terms of one-on-one duels. Man is 5'5". Which 5'5" defender has ever excelled defensively? I'm sure there have been a lot of defenders that have excelled at that height, to be fair. Can't really pick out any names because I don't really remember people's heights, to be honest with you. Um, but I'm sure there has. Of course, it has. Even Fabio Cannavaro was at least 5'9". His legs and calves were like three trunks. But he was a centre back, so it's a different position altogether. But the thing is, we don't play with wing back, so that's not going to make too much sense in terms of how Liverpool play. Of course, if Alonso was manager, different conversation. We could be playing a back three with wing backs. So what's funny, you guys are saying that he's 5'5". He's not 5'5". He's 5'8". And Ashley Cole, which was the example I just gave you, is 5'9". So 1 inch difference. So you don't have to be a tall fullback to be a good defensive fullback. It's about skill set. So yeah, there you go. I'm watching up football to know it's not all about height. Especially when you're a fullback, it's about you having the stamina, the engine to keep up with the winger. Because when you're chasing a winger down, they're gonna get really frustrated. So yeah, let's not do the guy some injustice there. He's taller than 5'5". He's 5'8". Google it, my friend. It's on Google. He's 5'8". Remember with certain players, like you could be 6 foot, but if you run a certain way, because there's some players where they run with not a hunchback, that's a bit rude, but they bend their backs a little bit. Whereas you get some players that have better posture. Salah, oh my god, that was a terrible finish. Terrible shot there from Salah. Probably the layoff. Tried to hit the outside of his boot, but ended up hitting with the inside of his boot there. Poor effort, unfortunately. Paschal on the header, not a good effort there from the Brazilian. His doesn't even pass Hugo's chest. He ain't 5'8". That's what the official website says. That's what Wikipedia says. Well, Wikipedia, you can always edit it, but that's what it says on the Liverpool website. So yeah, make of that what you will. That was that Ozzie shooting. What was that? If only you guys saw me in my heyday, I was a lethal finisher. So yeah, I would have definitely buried that if I'm being honest with you. Jamie said, keep going. One day it will be all worth it. Appreciate that comment. Thank you for your support there. Oof. 84 minutes played. Have we just only made one substitution? Oh, two subs. So Verts has come off with John. Okay, so John's the gap up. Come on. Oh, excuse me. Jones trying to drive the ball. Fast three players unable to do so. Excuse me. Marseille on the counter right now. Nader to Hoiberg. Shao. Way with effort there. I remember, guys, when it comes to attacking wingers aren't normally renowned to be very tall either. So, when you've got a fullback at that kind of height and a winger at similar height, it's an even battlefield right there. So, of course, got the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, who's of course very tall, but wingers aren't normally the tallest of players on the pitch. So it's all about speed and technique, or speed and power for some. So yeah, it should be a resounding 5-0 win. I know we've created the chances, but I feel like the way we've set up, we've not really set up to thrash this team. To be fair, we've tried to be very compact defensively and play on the counter. So 2-0 result is it's not too bad if it stands at the final whistle. We've created a lot of chances. We have, but I think this is still a very solid win. To be fair, they're there. I was gonna say, bro, trust your eyes. Ping pong, I rate that man a lot, but bro ain't 5'8". Let me ask you a question. How tall do you think Kirkes is? Do you think they're the same height? Because if you're looking off based on the screen, you'd assume so, right? But they're not. So let me know what you think Kirk is. Don't search for it, but just tell me from instinct. What do you think Kirk's height is? Is he the same height as Ping Pong or is he taller? Brown Burke on the ball. Cody Gakpo made a good run there, surprisingly. No one found him though. Szoboszlai. Looks like Szoboszlai playing as a false nine as it stands. Gakpo driving the ball. Decent cross to be fair. Ah, Kirk is taller by 5'2". So based on what you said earlier on, you said Ping Pong is 5'5". So that makes Kirkes 5'7". From what I remember, I think Kirkes is 5'11", or I think it was 5'11". So I feel like we look at players on the pitch and think, oh, when you're playing, you're running, aren't you? So people's sort of body, the way they run is different. They bend their back a little bit, so they seem like they're a bit shorter than normal. But yeah, he's close to 6 foot. So make of that what you will. You gotta do your checks, my friend. Do your checks. Kirkes is 5'11" from what I remember. Let me check myself just to refresh my memory. Yeah, he's 5'11". 5'11". So yeah. You're saying 5'5", 5'9", but that's just your guess. That's not official stats. Because obviously they measure these players, right? When they do medicals and all that sort of stuff, this is what they measure. So if they've measured them and that's their height, isn't it? So I don't think there's any much or point of us arguing about someone's height because, quite frankly, it's not that deep for me. But yeah, that's their height. It is what it is. We're touching that 90th minute now. Let's see how much stoppage time we have. Nothing as announced as of yet. 3 minutes of stoppage time. I just hope we keep a clean sheet, honestly. It's been a long time since we've kept a clean sheet. So it'll be a nice one if we can do. Long ball towards Aubameyang. Oh. Oh, Aubameyang. Huge opportunity to score the consolation goal there. Let's have a look. McAllister at fault yet again. Great save from Ali. Did he hit his head there? No, he's pushed it away. Good save there from Ali. Corner kick. Tiffy Way. He's had a few shots today, but none of them hit the target. To be fair, just lashed at that one, didn't he? Ozzie says, thank you, Alisson, preserving the clean sheet. Still got another minute, so I'm going to hold on to that because we are more than capable of making mistakes as a team. Oh, lovely flick from Szoboszlai. Ground back. Find Gakpo control. Come on, make it free. Good finish there. This is how I want us to utilize Cody Gakpo. I don't want him to start games. I want him to come off the bench and be direct in those kind of moments. And that's what he does. That flick from Szoboszlai was everything. Look at that. Beautiful. Groundwork does really well to find Gakpo control, composure into the bottom corner. And that's the finish right there. Yeah, that tops off a good afternoon for Liverpool. Where sends the ball all the way back to Brooklyn. Is that where he's from? Brooklyn. Fair enough. Aussie's guys goes, hell no, that is definitely not my guy. By a long way, he's not my guy at all. I think that's probably the final whistle. And there you go. Liverpool were victorious, claiming all 3 points with a 3-0 victory against Marseille. Actually, it was a good performance. It wasn't the most entertaining of games. I won't, you know, sugarcoat and say it was. I think it was a difficult watch from an attacking fan's point of view. But this was a professional performance where we kept our shape. We were compact defensively. We defended in numbers at times. Um, but in the end, I feel like we played very well as a collective and fully deserved the win in the end. So credit to the team for claiming another important win that should solidify our qualification for the next phase. And yeah, of course, tops a nice win in the south of France. So yeah, well done to the boys today. That says nice UCL win, but no, but thing is, this means Slot is here for the rest of the season. Well, I've been saying that for quite a while now, Ozan. I think that is obvious for me. And the reason I say that, and this is something I mentioned a few weeks ago, where if someone like Alonso becomes available, which is the case, it doesn't guarantee that he will want to take up a new job right away. I think due to the torrid time he had at Madrid, where he was under severe pressure, naturally someone would want to take some time off, recharge their batteries, and go again the following season. So I think that's what Alonso's doing. So when your top target is not quite available, um, as in currently, then you gotta let him enjoy his time off, and then we'll take it from there in terms of where we stand as a club in terms of our league standing, if we've won any silverware on the way before the season concludes, and then make a decision on the coach, which I think will take place. I don't see Arne Slot being Liverpool manager next season unless he does the unthinkable and wins the Champions League. So we'll see. I've said it for quite some time. I think Slot will be the manager until the end of the season, but hey, we'll see what happens. But in terms of today, good performance, not the most entertaining of games, but a good result for our campaign. Gakpo scored the final goal to make it 3. Yes, he did. He did. Man of the match shouts, sorry. Man of the match. Quite a few standout players for me. I think Frimpong did well. I think Gomez did well. Gravenberg was solid today defensively. So Bosley was good as well. Verts was good. Might go for Gravenberg. I think Gravenberg was solid today. Maybe Gravenberg. I'm gonna go for Gravenberg. Joey was really solid for me, and yeah, Grav was good as well. Bo, big up Bo. He says we all know we beat teams like this in Champions League. It's the Premier we don't have a chance. Watch us lose against Bournemouth, Ozzie. I hope we don't. But I understand your point there. I say Verse was good tonight as well. He should have buried his chance though. I agree. Should have buried it, to be fair. Marseille were effing open like Bonnie Blue. Bloody hell. I was bloody hell, Bo. True, I told Ozzie this should have been at least 5-6. No, this is nothing to be proud of, in my opinion. No, it's nothing to be proud of. It's just a professional win today, I would say. De Zerbi is stubborn. A lot of Liverpool fans want De Zerbi even now as the next coach, but I don't think he's the right fit for us. Kirkis, you know what? Kirkis was a great shout. Actually, I thought Kirkis was really, really good today. Some really solid performances. So, yeah, I think Kirkis is a great shout. But I'm gonna go with Grav. I think Grav is the one that really stood out for me today. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to Ozan. Thank you to Philip for your comments. And also shout out to who else do we have? We did have a new viewer today. Jamie, big up to Jamie. And shout out to Bowl as well. Appreciate your engagement, guys. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. In terms of upcoming shows, I will be back in about an hour's time, 11 p.m. UK time, to do the match reaction show. Um, we'll discuss the game in a bit more detail. We'll speak about the stand-up players for today, and we'll have a call-in segment as well. So if anyone wants to call in, feel free to hit that link, and we can have a chat about the game today. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. Stay safe. I hope to speak with you all very, very soon. Goodbye.